So the other day, I found out that I have taken 1,000 trades in the market, which is crazy to me. This took me 5 years. I've been building a trading portfolio from the start of my journey to now, and I've been compounding, growing the account, and I never let go of this account. I officially found out the other day that I have hit 1,000 trades. Now, right now I'm on a lake, just in nature, trying to enjoy the process and enjoy the rewards that I have worked hard throughout these 5 years. And I think most traders will relate with me that the flashy lifestyle, the cars, the Dubai lifestyle, they're great, but reality is this is what freedom is. Just sitting down near a lake with my fiance, and we're just chilling, just enjoying the moment and figuring out what our next goals are for the next 5 years or even 10, 15 years. And I want to just express my feelings on how I feel and how I was able to get that longevity in this game, because trading is a very short-term game for most traders, and I've been in the game for 5 years and I feel like I'm still in that short-term game. I don't feel like I am at the level where I can say that I've been in this game for quite a while. I think the 10-year mark and the 15-year mark would say that. However, when you've hit 1,000 trades, you could call yourself somewhat like an expert, because at the end of the day, it's like you've seen 1,000 setups and you are able to execute and get results. And not only was it just 1,000 setups, it was around a 71% win rate. And that was amazing for me. And I didn't even know this stat. That's what's so crazy about it. I remember when I first started trading and I used to look at my stat every single day. I used to look at my P&L. I used to look at my trading data, and I would always review it and see how can I improve and how can I make this better. And it got to a level where I just locked in so much that I don't notice these small minute things that can genuinely make you happy. And so how did I get to a level where I was able to trade for 5 years? The thing is, I don't look at the trading game as a short-term game. I look at it as a long-term game. And I think that's what makes me become better or makes me outlast most traders in the game. Because most traders hop into the markets trying to get rich quick, trying to get to a level where they're able to make money as fast as possible, which is completely fine. But when you're in the game looking at your 5, 10, 15 years of investments, what is the P&L going to be? How much of a return would you like? And when you start looking at the game like that, it really changes up the atmosphere and the ecosystem that you're about to build. Because if you are here for short term, then you're not going to really see the rewards that you want. But if you're here for the long term and you genuinely want to get to that level where you can also say you have placed 1,000 trades, which, bearing in mind, those 1,000 trades, I have limited myself to only 1 to 2 trades per day. So that's why it took me quite a while. I think some traders might have done it quite sooner, or some traders might even do it quite later. But I've limited myself to like 1 to 2 trades per day, and I don't trade every single day. And I think that discipline that I have created for myself and the system that I have, I think that's what helped me get to a level where I have that longevity. And like I said to you, I'm still a baby in this game. I'm still quite early on in my trading journey. But the thing is, most traders quit within their first year. And it's very disappointing to hear that, because if only you guys saw the vision after 5 years, and if only you guys saw the potential you have after 5 years, because 5 years is a big milestone, and hitting 1,000 trades within your 5 years is also a bigger milestone. And this isn't about the win rate or the risk reward or how much money I've made. This is more about how I was able to change my life to a level where I am now comfortable living off my trading profits. I remember a few years ago, I made the decision of leaving university in my first year. And this is something that a lot of people don't make. This decision is not some normal decision you make. And I remember just snapping my fingers saying, I'm going to leave university. I don't want this anymore. I want to pursue my day trading journey. I want to pursue the business that is going to make me a lot of money. And that was day trading. And I remember everyone around me was like, this isn't a good idea. This is not the best idea. And you need to get a degree. You need to have education. And you know what? I am a risk taker, and I took the risk in some sort of way. It was really terrible at the time. However, it was a good risk, because now that I look back onto it, 5 years ago when I couldn't even afford food and I literally was behind in rent and life was just knuckling down. And when I went to university, I remember life was easy, but it was still tough. I still had to work a job. I just hated working. I genuinely hated the fact of working for another person. It was so annoying because with me, I always try to make things efficient. I like things to be simpler and I like to work efficiently. I don't like to work hard. I don't like to work harder than everyone else. If there's an efficient way, I'm most likely going to use that efficient way. And I know most of you are like that too. And that's why I have opened up a few spaces to my coaching program where I coach you one-on-one completely for free. I will audit your trade. I'll give you feedback and we can find out how we can make your trading journey more efficient, where it's less hard work and more rewards. But also I'll be able to show you the vision of how you can get longevity in the game and show you this entire system that I use on a day-to-day basis to make profit on the market, and how I'm super confident that in the next 5 years, I know that I'm going to be even more successful. I'm going to be even better than I am now. Even though I'm killing the game right now, I know that in the next 5 years, I'm going to be stronger and in a way better position than I am now. And this is not me being super confident. This is me manifesting the goals that I want. In the next 10 to 15 years, I already know that a few of you guys will hit the millions and also billions. But how we're going to get there is what I'm going to speak about. But before I get there, if you are interested in my one-on-one coaching program and you want to be part of it for the next 3 days completely free, click the first link in the description below, fill out the form, literally takes 30 seconds, and we can sit down together and figure out how we can make your trading journey more efficient, better, and get you to a level where you're confident within your system and get to a level where you are able to make decisions like I have to quit university or quit your job, or get to a level where you are comfortable with day trading. But when it comes to the journey and the longevity part of things, I think one thing a lot of people don't understand is day trading isn't a job. Day trading isn't some sort of get rich quick scheme, even though we can get you rich quite fast. And that's something I have to agree on. It got me rich quite very fast at a young age. I'm only 23 years old and I'm able to just literally sit down in a lake comfortably in front of you guys, talking to you. And I'm with my fiance, we had lovely dinner, had some nice lamb chops. And I remember even telling my fiance that there was the last time I went in that restaurant, I was broke and I didn't have money. And it was like a proud moment to be able to go back to that same restaurant and be able to order the whole menu and not be afraid of the bill. And I think that was the motivation that I had when it comes to my trading journey. But when I look back, where I was able to be part of the long-term game was me being able to invest. I invested time, I invested money, and I invested my whole life into this trading journey. Now, most of you want to do that. Most of you want to put a lot of time into the markets. But the thing is, you need to be able to invest money as well. You need to invest a lot of money in these markets because the market's going to teach you a lot of valuable lessons, and you will not be able to learn those valuable lessons if you don't invest, if you don't actually put money into this game. And I know it sounds quite cliche, but it takes money to make money when it comes to this game. And it's a very challenging game. Trading is one of them incomes where it's very difficult to get to the level where you want to get to, but when you do, it's most rewarding. It's the most challenging skill to have, but once you have the skill, it's way rewarding than any other income. I've tried SMMA, I've tried e-commerce, I've tried drop shipping. Trust me, I've tried it all. I've come from a very tough, difficult life, and I tried anything in my power to make money as fast as possible. And surprisingly, trading was that journey for me. Trading was that thing for me that got me to a level where I am able to succeed, and not only just succeed, but be able to do better than my peers and be more comfortable. Yes, it was tough. Yes, it was challenging, but that's the fruit of the journey. That's what makes this journey fun. So when I say investing, it's very important that you don't just invest one whole lump sum of cash. A lot of people make that mistake. They put in 10, 20,000 pounds into the markets and think that they can grow that portfolio. And I treat day trading like stocks. You are a stock, you are the value of this commodity, and you need to be able to perform every single day, Monday to Friday, as long as the market is open. And how you're going to perform is by slowly investing into yourself. You need to invest into your system and yourself, and that's what you have to do throughout this whole game. The only time you lose this game is when you stop investing in yourself. And I've probably invested way more than 20, 30,000 pounds in this game itself, and the rewards are crazy. It's way better than what you invest. The return of investment in trading is amazing, especially if you do the right things. So how did I get to a level where I'm seeing longevity? Is I don't set a time frame, I don't set deadlines to be successful in the market. I don't set any type of deadlines, to be honest. I live below my means, but I invest a lot into the market, especially in the past 5 years. I've barely spent in the past 5 years. Only this year alone is where I'm actually spending quite a lot of my cash. But throughout the past 5 years, all I've been doing is just living off literally, I would say 5 to 10% of my portfolio. And this is because I've been so heavy in investments and I've been so heavy on trying to succeed in the markets. I want to be able to sit down and not have the fear of finance, not have the fear of money, and not have the fear of, oh, I haven't traded this month, I have to now force trades. That is one key element that literally changed my whole life, is not looking at things monetarily. And it's so funny how, as a trader, to say to someone that, hey, look, you don't need to look at the money side of the market is very difficult. And I understand that. But you need to promise me one thing, that the next time you trade, you don't look at the monetary side of things. You look at the percentage side of things. You look at the risk or rewards, and you don't expect the market to give you anything. If you do that for the next 3 to 6 months, you will see yourself develop as a trader and develop your mind to become an investor rather than someone that's running a business and trying to make money as fast as possible. You see, if you're running a business and you kept looking at your P&L every single day, you would be very depressed and you'll be very tired and stressed and burnt out. But if you look at your business in a space of maybe quarterly, 6 months, 12 months, 2 years, 5 years, whatever, and you look at your portfolio like that, you have more of an advantage than most other traders. You have more of an advantage than people who have been in the game for like 10 years, because you now understand the concept of time and money. Money is not the commodity of trading. Money is not the value or the metrics that we measure success in trading. And time is something that we don't measure at all when it comes to the markets. You can have 2 years of unsuccess and unprofitability, and in your third year, you can make everything back in 1 month. And that's the true art of trading. And it really is that powerful. And as long as you have that vision, as long as you're able to see that, like I said earlier, this game is going to make not only millionaires, but it's going to make billionaires. And I'm 100% sure that most of you that are watching these videos, a few of you will become a billionaire. A few of you will get to that level where you have that big B next to your name. And that accolade is going to be amazing. But in order for us to get to that level, because that's everyone's goals, right? I want to get to that goal. I want to hit the millions and then I want to hit the billion. But the way we're going to get to that goal is by locking in and not measuring our metrics with time or money. Once you get rid of that in your equation and you start looking at trading as a skill, and the skill that rewards you and pays you that's what we can enjoy with, that's when you're going to start seeing that you are ahead of the game. You are better than other people. Because reality is that trading is a game that will take time and it will take a lot of money out of you. However, once you understand the true game of the markets and you understand how the markets plays and you get a system that actually works, you're going to see that this game isn't that difficult. This game is actually quite fun. And I've enjoyed the markets for the past 5 years and I can't wait for the next 5 years to keep conquering and get to that 2000 level mark. I think my goal for my life is definitely to hit 10,000 setups in the markets and see what my results are. But like I said to you earlier, I have done 1,000 trades and I have got a 71% win rate, and I was able to be successful in 5 years. I don't even feel like I am near the end of my journey. I feel like I'm just starting up. I'm literally just starting up in my journey, and I've been in this game for 5 years. So for any of you guys that have just started trading, or you've been in the game for like 6 months to a year, or even if you've been in the game for more than me, stay consistent. Understand that time and money is not the metrics that we value, and understand that trading is a skill that pays a lot of money to you. As long as you can understand that trading is something that you are in control of. You're in control of everything. You're in control of you turning up. You're in control of your mindset. You're in control of what the outcome is to your trades. You're in control of the risk. You're in control of pretty much everything when it comes to this game. And as long as you are strong and committed and you have the drive to keep going, this is going to be one of the best journeys you have. And as long as you show that commitment, honestly, there is no reason why you won't be successful. I remember speaking to one of my friends and I literally told them that, look, if you just give yourself enough time, there's no reason for you to not be successful. Like, this universe literally rewards people that gives time. There's a bunch of swans here and they're literally trying to sleep, so I don't want to disturb them. But last thing that I want to say to you is stay consistent, keep hustling every day, and don't look at the little things in life like the daily P&L, the monthly P&L, because reality is you're here for a long-term journey. You're not here for some short-term journey. You're here for a long-term journey and you're trying to be a long-term investor in this game. As long as you can be that long-term investor, as long as you can be consistent and you have the drive and motivation to keep going and you have the discipline and you have the system, honestly, bro, you got this. You have this in the bag. All you have to do now is execute. And like I said earlier, I'm opening up a few spaces to my coaching program where I'll coach you completely for free for the next 3 days. All you have to do is click the first link in the description below, fill out the form. It literally takes 30 seconds. We will go through my entire system on how I was able to place 1,000 trades and still survive in this game, which is literally built for you to lose. Most traders lose in this game and they end up getting liquidated. We don't want you to get liquidated. We want to give you the system and I want to give you the feedback and I want to tell you exactly how you can improve as a trader. If you're interested, click the first link in the description below. And other than that, I gotta go now. I'll speak to you soon.